Today on Diesel U, we're going to talk to you about fuel contamination and hopefully be able to give you a couple tips on being able to avoid it. So what is fuel contamination? In today's diesel fuel, you can pick up contaminants such as water and any particulate matter that is not diesel fuel or water, so sand, dirt, contamination in your tank. All of these things, or both of these things, they can absolutely wreck your fuel system. They can take out your new injectors. They can take out your new injection pump. They can take out a lift pump even. You don't ask for this, you don't want this. It's not something that you do purposely to your truck, but it happens. There's lots of ways that it can happen. We won't go into a lot of that. Diesel fuel tanks not being maintained, condensation inside the tanks, there's tons and tons of different reasons. But what we really want to talk to you about is we want to help you to avoid it. Because even though we're a shop and we sell fuel components, we don't want to see bad things happen to good people. So how do you avoid getting bad diesel fuel? There's a couple of different ways that you can do it. If you're already, and we don't see a lot of this now as much as we used to, but if you're filling up in from a home tank, so say you've got a 500 or 1,000 gallon tank on your farm and you're filling up out of that, you're going to want to make sure that you maintain those tanks. You change the filters on the pump. You want to make sure that the tank has been cleaned at some point and the contaminants taken out of it, treatment put inside the tank, and even use fuel treatment inside of that tank to keep that fuel to keep the fuel in good shape. I tell a lot of the guys here at the shop and tell everybody that I talk to, also, if you just buy fuel from a bulk plant or from a fuel station and so on and so forth, you want to make sure that you buy your fuel from a place that it has a high turnover of fuel. A high turnover of fuel it assures you that you're getting fresher fuel, which is going to greatly decrease your chance of getting any type of fuel, any type of contaminants in your fuel. I always like to fill up my personal truck. I always like to fill up close to an interstate where I know that the big trucks are filling up Class 8 guys. Number one, because I know it's given a high turnover rate. I'm not worried about contaminants as much. And number two, a lot of people don't know this, you fill up in the truck lane, you get the bigger nozzle inside of from the pump, so you can fill up faster. You know, that's kind of a tidbit of knowledge. That doesn't help you keep contaminants out, but obviously, you know, that's just another perk of doing it. You want to make sure that you do that, and once you find a spot that you're getting good fuel from, try to stay with that for sure. I don't ever recommend you get fuel from a station that's inside of town that probably doesn't see a lot of trucks, or maybe there's not a lot of farmers there, or so on and so forth. Their diesel fuel is not getting used a lot. That's when you can have a lot of tank issues and you can pick up a contaminant. So hopefully we've given you a couple of tips on being able to help to avoid getting fuel contamination in your diesel fuel. This video is not really to sell you anything, but another thing that we hear a lot of is guys call us and asking, hey, they want to know, hey, can I put two-stroke oil inside of my fuel to help lubricity, use motor oil, so on and so forth. We don't recommend that. Those really are contaminants, and they're really not doing anything to benefit your fuel system, especially today's newer fuel system, high pressure common rail, so on and so forth, where tolerances inside the fuel system are so crucial and so small. You are going to want to try to use a diesel fuel additive, any diesel fuel additive, as long as it's a diesel fuel additive that's going to give you more perks than just, lubricity, let's say. Today's diesel fuel additives, most of them will increase your cetane rating, which is going to increase your efficiency of your fuel. It's going to give you anti-gelling properties for the winter. It's going to help totally disperse the water outside the fuel. If you do come on to some water in your fuel, hopefully that you don't. And it's also going to add lubricity to the fuel. So any fuel a fuel additive that's actually designed for diesel fuel. We carry Standardine. We have our house brand as well, Thoroughbred Diesel Power Shot. Just make sure that you use a fuel additive. It's going to keep your truck running longer and keep you from having to make costly repairs to it. So that's a tip from us, how to avoid diesel fuel contamination. Thank you.